everybody, it's Jeff from AZ Camera Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about this Anytech car camera, which it's one of those windshield observation cameras that while you're driving it'll look ahead, and if somebody comes out in front of you or does anything crazy, it'll observe. It's a 1080i camera. It's totally made out of metal, and the box feels kind of heavy. So let's kind of open it up and see what's inside. So this is the front. This is the front of the box, and this is the back of the box, and there's writing on each side. And then it just comes in a plain white box like this. We'll open up the lid, and there is the camera. And let's just take the camera out. The camera feels pretty good. It's a really nice camera, and it's got a pretty good size screen. And let's see what we have for accessories, okay? It comes in a white box. So in this accessory box, we've got the suction mount for the windshield. We've got the power cord, which plugs into your cigarette lighter, and that has a really long cord on it, and you can probably plug it into your cigarette lighter and run the cord up through your car and so on and so forth. And then there's one more. There's a USB, which is probably for transferring files. Now, you can put up to a 64 gigabyte card into this, and it does not come with a card. So now let's go over and I'll talk about the buttons and some of the ports on the camera. Well, this Anytech camera seems to be really well made. It's really kind of weighty, which is nice, and it has a good solid feel. If you tap on it, it doesn't sound chintzy, and it has a really good finish to it. If you look at the top side of the camera, you'll notice here is a regular USB port. Then here is the screw hole where it screws into the suction mount for the windshield. And here is an HDMI out for if you want to play it back on a television set. If you flip the camera to its side, like this, you'll see here you've got an OK button, which is button number 5, as they call it. Then you've got your mode button. Then you've got your lock. This is your lock button. And then last but not least, you've got your power button, which is right here. Then if you flip the camera over on its other side, you've got the place where you put in your SD card. And this is all your menu stuff right here. So the middle is your menu button, and this is your up and your down keys. Then if you look on the very bottom, you've got your mic, and you've got your reset. So if you want to totally reset your camera, you'd put some little sharp device in that hole. Then, of course, you've got your screen on the back side, and then you've got your lens on the front side. So let's hook it up, and let's see how it looks. I just wanted to give you guys an idea what this looks like and sounds like on startup. Okay, so now I'm just kind of driving. This is what it looks like, but I don't have it all set up the way it's supposed to be. I'm just kind of doing a demo for you guys. So this is how the camera looks from my point of view. Now let's cut to the camera and see what it looks like. I don't have my seatbelt on, so that's why it's beeping like crazy. But let's, we've got a little bit of a light and a dark thing here. Let's see how it takes that. The color looks pretty darn good. And so I'm just driving around the neighborhood, so we'll see. I don't have it set up 100%, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what the camera looks like. Now here we are, we're going right into the sun. Okay. Straight sun shot now again. Okay. And let's just call it the end of the test for this. The next shot we'll show you will be driving at night. Okay, so we're just kind of cruising around my neighborhood here. And we're going to see how this thing works. I'm just going down the main road. This road is lit a little better than my neighborhood, so you get a chance to see what the lighting is out on the main street. Now we've got some oncoming traffic, and we're gonna make a left into my neighborhood. We'll wait for this car to just come by. And this has a 170-degree lens, by the way, so it's relatively wide. This is the same street that we went down before in the daytime. Like I said, my neighborhood is not lit really, really well, but this will give an indication as to what this camera is like in, semi-darkness. So we're just making the turn here where we had seen the sun earlier today. And making the left. And let's go through another side street just for the heck of it. And this street's a little bit darker. Let's see what this street looks like. And this camera seems to have pretty good stabilization. I'm pretty satisfied with that. It doesn't pick up a whole heck of a lot of road noise. And making on the right. A lot of cars parked on the street today, or tonight. Anyway, that kind of puts an end to this night trip, and we'll have a wrap up right after this. So I've run some tests on this Anytech camcorder Dashcam, and I think it's a pretty good dash camera. There are some pros and there are some cons. One thing that I really, really like about it is it's really, really solidly made. There's no doubt about that. The instructions say that it'll do a 10-minute loop, but it'll only do a 5-minute loop. The quality and the clarity of the picture is really good. It's a true 1080, which is really, really nice. And in the daylight, it looks really, really awesome. The camera tends to get kind of hot, and I'm worried about that here in Arizona, because sometimes when you get out to the car, it can be 122 degrees. So we're going to have to see how this baby reacts when you turn it on once the summer comes. Right now, we're in the end of October, beginning of November. The weather is starting to get kind of cool. The other thing is when you charge it up, the battery only lasts 5 to 10 minutes, which isn't a lot of time, but if you're real conservative and you want to shoot some photos, it takes some really, really nice pictures. It's very, very stable. It doesn't shake a lot, and it doesn't pick up a lot of car noise when you're driving and you're talking. You don't hear much road noise. So I really, really like that factor. The suction cup seems to hold really, really well on the window. And that's basically all I can say. For about $80 for a camera that's got a 170-degree view, is very, very solid. Takes up to a 64 gig SD card. I think it's a bargain. Anyway, this is Jeff from AZ Camera Reviews, and thanks for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.